Oh, you know what? Actually, I think it says you have total cover, which means you can't actually be hit by things.
Okay.
I'm gonna ignore that because that's dumb because it's clear. So that's stupid. So I'm gonna ignore that. Yeah. Hold on. Let me look up what precisely restraint does.
Put the shield in front.
I don't know if that's
gonna help.
My shield!
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
That charcoal on my shield.
So yeah, I'll give you advantage on this.
Alright, so first one is against the cube itself, the second one is to try and push Gax out the other side.
Okay, roll the first one.
As though he were a cherry in a giant thing of jello.
Okay. So the first one will hit the second one will hit the cube but not Gax.
Oh.
You manage you blast with your hands and it smashes into the cube and then smashes into the cube and just happens to hit Gax's shield, which is right there, just inconveniently. It doesn't manage to accomplish anything.
Alright, I'm not trying to shove it. Yeah, I'm actually super happy about that. And then I'm going to take
Hold on.
bonus action.
So then as the blast emanates from your palms, Lauren, it streaks through. The one of them hitting Gax's shield, the other one just going straight through the cube. And the cube, you can see it trying to reform around this hole you've cut through it, and it just can't quite, and then it just splits in half around the hole and sloughs to the ground, some of it spilling off the edge of the cliff.
And Gax says, I win!
Yes, and Gax sort of all covered in goo.
The part that fell off the cliff wasn't the part carrying Gax, right?
Congratulations, you killed that.
Now, if we walk in that stuff,
why the fuck did I open that gift mid-fucking turn?
Oh, I forgot. Whatever, it's fine. You can make an intelligence check, Eric. You gather that with the creature being dead, it's probably an 8. Or inert, rather.
Okay.
Alright. And since I still have 48 seconds with the flaming cube, or the flaming sphere, I'm just going to send it as far up the tunnel as I can and see if there's anything there.
You're just going to sort of roll the sphere up the tunnel?
Yeah, I'm just going to send it, like, ahead.
Okay. The sphere sort of moves. How long does the sphere last? What's the duration on it? So you push it forward.
2 turns.
You can see it going along the ledge, and eventually, about 60 feet, 80 feet maybe in front of you, the ledge disappears into another cavern.
Ooh. Neat. Alright, I'll dismiss it.
Okay.
Is there anything in the remnants of the cube that is not just eaten away, besides Gax? Is there anything there that's like, I don't know.
I'm sitting on this side.
You don't really see anything. This cube it appears to be pretty empty.
Okay.
I'm sitting off to the side, mourning Bob.
Bob the cube?
Bob the shield. The charcoal got eaten away.
Yep.
Oh no! Well said.
Okay, so the 6 of you, what are you doing? Are you moving forward?
Yes, and also I'm the Spirit Guardians is concentration for 10 minutes, so I'm going to keep it up for the whole 10 minutes just in case.
Okay, do they stay in place or do they move?
It moves with me. It's on me.
Okay. So you guys sort of walk forward, Jarn flanked.
What the hell did I do? Fail.
Everything's fine.
Everything's okay.
Everything is awesome.
So the 6 of you walk forward, Jarn flanked by these 2 glowing beings for a few minutes. The sphere winks out pretty soon after you see the tunnel. So you guys walk forward to where you see it was. And you enter. This tunnel appears to be just like the other ones. You have, however, as you get into this tunnel, you walk for several minutes. It's still on an upwards incline here, but it's no longer curving. It's pretty much straight on for the most part.
Can I tell how far we've gone up?
Make an intelligence check.
Ooh, I am not smart.
Actually, from when you were in the cavern, John, from what you saw, you look to be about 120 feet off the floor of the cavern.
Like, I was saying, like, could I compare it to, like, when we first came in and went down? Like, are we at least, like, close to getting back up to the surface again? Or would I not
to
know
surface
that?
level?
Yeah.
Not really. You're not sure.
Gotcha. Damn it. If only I had advantage.
So you guys continue walking down this tunnel for a ways. Gotcha. We'll come to one in just a sec.
Not a game break, a short rest.
Okay.
That was in-game, Jack says.
In-game, I need break. Gotcha. Actions break. So you guys make your way down this tunnel for a ways. You walk down this tunnel for probably a good half an hour. It's still a slight incline, though it does begin to incline slightly more. The incline becomes steeper, more noticeable, though still not anything major. Eventually, you see in front of you, a little ways, a very faint glow.
Ooh. Does it look the same as the last two glows?
Perception?
Let's just start rolling these before I ask questions.
No, it doesn't.
Ooh.
This appears to you maybe to be moonlight?
You guys, is that daylight? Like outside light?
I take off running.
Alright. Zarn sort of starts cling, sprinting forward.
Alright, well, follow up. I just take off walking normal. I manifest respite, just like walk.
Just in
normally.
case. Yeah.
Just like, I know I'm gonna need this. I just walk at a brisk pace to keep up.
Zarn, you make your way at a decent pace forward with Gex close on your heels. You come out and the tunnel opens up onto another sort of ledge this time. You see off to the left you can't see the bottom of this drop onto the ledge now. Your vision doesn't extend that far with light, and there's no light source down there like there was in the past cavern. But on the right, you distinctly see an opening through which you hear and feel wind.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I point out to everybody, I'm like, I think this is the way out, and I'm gonna slowly start walking up the ramp.
At this point, it's actually flattened out. When you come out onto the ledge, it's flattened out here.
How strong is the wind?
It's not strong. It's like a breeze.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna follow Sarn then.
Yeah. Actually, screw
Before
it.
you
I
just
just
be like,
went for
it's
it,
a-
'cause I'm tired
it
of
is
the
a-
ground.
It is a monsoon strength wind. It is going to blow you off this cliff.
What are you doing now, Jarn?
I just want to be out of underground, so I just run for it.
Okay. So you make your way to the opening. As you find your way outside, you arrive in it's dark out here. Like there's light, you can see just barely from like the moon and the stars that you see shining through. You're distinctly outside in an environment you do not recognize. You've never been here before, but it's murky and it's humid. It's clear right now, but maybe 30 or 40 feet away from you where you are, it's a fairly heavily forested, swampy area. And even the ground you're stepping on now is muddy and sticky.
I would like to kneel down and say a prayer to Pamplos, saying thank you for bringing us back up to the surface. If there's anything you need me to still do, I am your servant. Just praying.
Okay. everyone else eventually catches up to Jarn, and finds their way outside.
Great, I like it better in the tunnel.
But look at us
Yourself,
water.
man. Speak
It's
for
yucky
yourself.
here.
There's so much water here.
There's
I don't think
no
it's where you want to
snakes.
drink.
So where you are right now, it's mostly just like sort of vaguely muddy. You can tell that there's water around, obviously, but it's like just shallow pools of sort of stagnant water.
I'm also gonna turn to Gax. I'm gonna say, like, are you okay? Like, how you holding up after that cube thing?
Tired.
Do you think should we take a rest?
For what it's worth, you guys went in to the tunnels at about 10 a.m. this morning. It's now definitely nighttime out here.
Should we take a rest? Do you think? Should we camp out real quick?
I think that's probably a good idea. Just take 5. Because I'm feeling tapped out too.
All right. Are we doing a short or?
I won't lie. Part of me says to go back into the tunnel to have our rest, and then we come out after.
That makes a lot of sense.
Like, if it's late enough, then we just kind of, not to use the word along with what we just found, but we bog down for the night.
Hey, I'm so proud of you.
That was good. That was good. I appreciated that.
All right. Zarn's just gonna tell you, like, I can't be underground anymore. Like, I had to stay up here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hanging out anywhere where there's even the smallest amount of overhead light.
I just figured it'd be a lot easier.
Well, I mean, why don't you guys stay inside, and then I'll stay out here, and then whoever has, when we do watch, like, we'll switch back and forth.
I'd rather not stay underground if I can avoid it, so I'm gonna hang out.
Yes.
At
Same. Yeah, I don't want to go back underground.
Yeah, it's dark. I'm not huge on dark.
Okay, so where we came out, is it like a hole in the ground, or is it more like there's a cliff face, or?
So you turn back and look at where you came out, Mel, and it's sort of like a small rocky hillside almost, with sort of a cavern mouth in it. The entrance is, it's like maybe 8 feet tall, 5 or 6 feet wide. It's not terribly large, in sort of this small just mound, small natural like hill, rocky hill that juts out from the ground here.
So why don't we just camp
At the
right pressed up against it, so we have something at our back, and we only have to worry about what's ahead.
That's fine for me. I didn't want to trek out into the bog and be surrounded by all of just that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I can work with that.
There are trees, I'm guessing.
There are trees sort of like 30 or 40 feet away from you, they sort of begin. This area appears to be pretty clear.
Is it like
Thought about making a
purposely
fire.
cleared, or just nothing happens to grow here?
There's just nothing growing. It doesn't look like there's stumps or anything. There's just
Okay.
nothing, no trees growing in this area. Appears to be a natural
Cool.
clearing of sorts.
Does Gax have a battle axe?
Yes!
It was just him enjoying the shit out of that sound. Just like
Gax, what would you say about getting some firewood, since it looks like we can't exactly just pick up any?
just purely off soundboard now. I'll go help Gax haul wood back. Make it quicker.
I am gonna send a message to Sonnet.
Okay. What are you saying?
We're outside the city now in a bog.